Hey guys, it's Caden. Another week, another vlog. I feel bad for saying that because last week I kind of didn't upload, but yeah. I mean this vlog is just kind of going to be a face to camera talk vlog because it's just kind of a story time really. You guys are gonna hear some more Caden stories because it has been a crazy. It's been crazy around in my life in general. So these stories have just both happened in the past. This one of the things happened this past Tuesday, and today when I'm recording this, it is Friday. Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to all my family that could be watching this that from Hawaii, and you know, I guess I'm giving my thanks for having all you guys, but I don't really get to see you guys all too often anymore. But I'll be able to see you guys in the summertime. It'll be awesome. But yeah, so yeah, one of the things happened Tuesday, and the other thing happened a few weeks back, and I could have totally mentioned it in my vlog where I went fishing, but I didn't because I mean, didn't think it really mattered that much. But I mean, it's something you guys should not necessarily know, but I mean, it's cool to just let you know what's been going on in my life. So basically, both things involve encounters with the police. Fun. So the first thing that happened is a few weeks back, I ended up getting pulled over by the police, of course, by the popo, and I ended up getting 3 tickets. Yeah, and so with a grand total of I don't even know, like I think it was $150 for the tickets. I haven't paid them yet, but I'll explain that in a second. So basically, what ended up happening is partly karma, partly kind of thing how just life works in general. But so I was driving, and when I was going somewhere, I was going to church, and I was in a hurry because I was debating if I was even gonna go. It was like a last second decision because I was doing other things, and I was like, I don't know if I'll go. I might need extra time to do the things that I'm doing. I was just doing homework pretty much, but I ended up choosing to go at the last second, and so I was on a really quick out the door, and so you can already tell where this is going. I forgot my wallet, so I didn't have my license. So that was legitimately the first time I ever drove without my license, and it was just like, oh, what are the odds, What are the odds that I get pulled over this time, the one time I ever drove without my license? Because I was really in a hurry. I was already 15 minutes away when I remembered, oh shoot, I don't have my wallet, but like, I'm gonna be late if I turn around, and I don't want to be late. I'll be fine. What are the odds? That's where karma kicks you in the butt. It's like, when you think about it, I thought I could have turned around. It could have been late. It would have been fine, but I don't know. It's a bad. Like, I'm pretty sure it was the first time that I would have gone to that church, and it would have been it would have been a bad impression if I show up late. Like, all these new people I'm meeting, they're like, oh, you're the kid that showed up 15 minutes late. What's up? And maybe it's been more than 15 minutes just because I would have turned around and go back. But yeah, so didn't have my license for one. But that isn't, like, obviously they can't just sense when you don't have your license. They pulled me over for different reasons. So with my car, you guys know, I crashed it, had to fix it up. So some of the problems with it still, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, is when you press it and you put it on high beams, it for some reason it has low beams and both the lights work. And then when it's on normal, when it's supposed to be in low beams, only one of them turns on and it's like a high beam. And so the one when it's turned on alone is still brighter than the 2 low beams, and so I had the one high beam on while I was driving, and so it looked like one headlight's out, which already bad enough. Hey look, I'm getting texts. I bet my friends are finally acknowledging me. Just kidding. No. So one headlight was out, and then on top of that, the Monday before I was my dad pointed out that my brake light went out. And so I'd only been out it was the following Sunday that I was driving, and the brake light was also out. So they see a person driving with a brake light and a headlight out, and they're like, okay, we gotta pull this person over. We gotta see what's going on here. Let them know that they got a brake light out. But then when they do pull me over, they figure out that I don't have my license, and then on top of that, I also don't have proof of insurance, which is a very big thing, especially actually here it seems to be a bigger thing, just because I feel like there's probably more people that don't have proof of insurance, so they really got to get on it. And so for me though, it's like I was new here and we didn't even have insurance cards yet. And the mailing, how the mailing works here, the mailing system is horrible. It really just is. Like, we have to just get it from general delivery, and they end up sending stuff back if you don't come and get it within like the day. And so that's why the insurance, proof of insurance isn't even in my control. So that wasn't in my control. The license was in my control. The lights, not so much. And so I think if I did have proof of insurance, which, I mean, I wouldn't have anyways, doesn't matter, and I did have my license, they might have let me off for the lights. I could have explained how both lights do work on low beam and that the brake light's only been out for a week. And I still can explain that at court. December 13th, I have a court date that I got to go and get rid of the no proof of insurance ticket for one, because I did have insurance. It's just they can understand that case. And then I can try and talk out what was going on with the lights. And they didn't end up giving me a ticket for not having my license, which is really weird. I mean, my dad, like, I called my dad and he came last second and brought my license anyways, but I mean, I'm just not going to mention that. I'm not going to mention I didn't have my license because they didn't give me a ticket for it anyways. So I'll try to explain out the other 2 tickets. So no matter what, the 2 tickets, it's $47 for each light that is missing for a brake light. That's a $2 bulb that I could replace. Legit takes 30 seconds to replace. So that's a pain. So depending on what judge I get, what they'll hear out what I gotta say. I mean, it's money that I don't have to really spend right now. I really don't. And so more reasons why I don't have money to spend come after. So this is the second story. That's my first encounter. That was my first encounter with the cops in general. Actually, that was my first time being pulled over. And then now, what happened on Tuesday? Tuesday was a very rough day. So, for one, I locked my key in my car in the morning. That was the second time that I did it. I don't know if I mentioned it the first time ever in the videos. Probably not. But the key that I have doesn't have like a pad thing to lock it from the outside. So I always end up pressing the power locks on the inside and then closing the door. And then sometimes I'll leave the key in the ignition, press power locks, close the door, and then realize, oh shoot, there's my key right in the ignition. That's awkward. But I am very, very blessed in a certain way, because while I was trying to figure out how to get back into it, and in my school you're not allowed to be in the parking lot during school hours, but we were in the parking lot, me and my friend, and he was trying to help me. He thought that he could somehow get in with his magical human being powers, which he obviously couldn't. Like, you're not going to get into a locked car with your bare hands. But then a man that runs detention came by and he said, oh, do you lock yourself out of your car? And I was like, yeah. And he's just like, Pagala has a kit that can help get you back into it. He can help you unlock it. He's helped me a few times. I'm like, wow, that's awesome. Thank you for that. And which is weird, because, you know, you'd think he'd be like, you're not supposed to be in the parking lot. But instead, super nice, you know. And so I got to go to the teacher after my soccer practice. He runs basketball practice. But then this is where a plot twist comes. So on the way out there, while we were both walking out there were people pointing towards my car, and they were talking. So he's the teacher, and he has, I don't even know who the other man was, but he was talking with Pagala, and he's just like, yeah, so this blah 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 hit, and they're pointing towards my car. And then I'm like, wait, what are you guys talking about? And then he chimes over to me, just like, yeah, so some person hit 2 cars and then drove away. And I'm like, which cars? And then he points to my car. He's like, one of them's that one right there. And I'm like, that's my car. And they're just like, oh no, because like, so then I get to come see the damage here. Let me just show you guys. I forgot. My car is just kind of down there. Let's just have a journey down the stairs so I can show you guys. Because I have been just chilling. I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm not cutting crap out. This is very just whatever. I'm seriously just going to slip on my sandals with socks like a gangster, really, and just show you guys really quick. So what they did is they completely busted off the mirror. Like, I still have some parts you guys can't even see in there. Busted off the mirror completely, like everything was holding it. They got this big dent, which is pretty amazing, and then just kind of like scrapes all along. So the dent is the biggest part, really, because like you gotta back into it pretty hard or hit it pretty hard to get, like, that's still a good dent, you know, like that's in there, plus the whole mirror off. So like they did some damage. They really did. I mean, and so I've told this to a few different people. I'm very glad, in some way. The way that I look at it is, I'm glad that I crashed this car and got this car and had this one crash into in the parking lot, rather than me getting to choose a car that I love so much and then get it, like, I don't know, broken in a certain way by somebody else. It would suck if I got some car that I really wanted, like a Mustang or something, and then it gets backed into by somebody else, you know? So yeah, they did quite a bit of damage, and this is all still while my key is locked in my car. So, but then they tell me, well, they got the license plates number, you need to go talk to Iris. Iris is like, I don't know exactly what her position is, but she helps run all the sports around, and she's a police officer, and I don't know, she does stuff around the school. That's all I got. So they gave the license plate number to her. I went and talked to her. They got it, and then, she told me, she's like, okay, you have 3 options. You can either, I really advise you to make a police report. You really, really need to, especially because, I mean, this is coming from her, and she's a police officer. I didn't know it until, like, after, and she's like, did you know I'm a police officer? And I was like, oh, that explains a lot. But she said you can either go home and not do anything, which I really just don't do that. Go home and have the police come to your house and make a police report. Go to the police station, make a police report there, or they can come here to the school. And then I just told her, I was like, well, considering my keys still locked in my car, and I don't know if Pagala's going to get it unlocked, we should have them come here. And so then, yeah, they're just kind of laughing because it's just like, I mean, the people just get to see a kid that's just like, oh, he happened to lock his key in his car, and his car was hit in the parking lot. Wow, just poor kid. But yeah, so it was... Pagala ended up getting the car unlocked, which was nice. I just waited for the police. They came, got the police report all done, and then I figured out that the girl that hit my car is one of my friend's girlfriends. She is... I'm not even going to mention any names or who she is. It really doesn't even matter. But she's somebody that I kind of knew who it was. I didn't know exactly who it was when Iris ended up telling me, oh, it was this person. I was like, oh, don't exactly know who that is, but I'm just going to be like, kind of halfway act like I know who that is, and I'll figure it out later. And so then I did figure it out. So we still haven't worked out any of the insurance stuff. It could work out in different ways. What might happen is we might take it to a body shop, get a quote. Their insurance might pay for it. Their insurance might pay for the car and just scrap it, and I might buy it back with a salvage title. Or they buy the car. I don't know. It's pretty much one of those 3. It sounds like it's what's going to happen. And I just look at it as a blessing in disguise because, you know, no matter what, for me, nothing bad's going to happen out of this. Like, that was my other encounter with the police, but it wasn't a bad encounter. It was actually, like, the guy was really nice. He was joking around with Iris the whole time because they're both just police officers that kind of knew each other. But I'm going to get it all worked out. It's going to get either fixed up or bought, and then hopefully, you know, money works in mysterious ways. The world works in mysterious ways. So what might happen is I might buy a different car if whatever happens, because there's our friends is selling a car, a Volkswagen Golf. It's a nice little car that's only for $1,000 is what he would sell us to it for, just because, you know, he's awesome. And you know, maybe you'd buy that. It's manual though, so I'd have to learn stick. So I don't know what's going on. But yeah, it has been very crazy in the past few weeks of life in general. Just the fact those things happen. Like, what are the odds that somebody hits my car and drives off, and like in the school parking lot, you know? So yeah, that's been my encounters with the police lately. That's pretty much all there is to it. I gotta spend my Thanksgiving yesterday. Went to a church get together in the park, which was awesome. Gotta talk with some friends, and then went to a different, not family, but friends get together in a different house. It was nice. So I hope you guys all had an amazing Thanksgiving. I had a really good Thanksgiving. Just living through life right now. Been crazy. So yeah, sad that didn't get a vlog or anything out to you guys last week, but it's whatever. Life happens. You guys kind of got to explain, or got an explanation for why he didn't get one. It's just been crazy. But yeah, that's just this week's story time, this week's vlog for today. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week.